Now we have listened to 6 speakers who enlightened us on 6 important areas related to environmental protection, which is a very timely topic. And I am of the view that we did not give them, the speakers, sufficient time to cover the areas they had in mind. So now, therefore, I consider the next item, question item, as the most important item on the agenda, because this will give you an opportunity, you in the audience, to ask questions from the speakers, not only on the areas that they were not able to cover within the limited time that we gave them, but also if they were not able to explain sufficiently, now you have time to ask them questions and make your contribution to this conference. Please feel free to ask any question.
Thank you. The last sector, I just want to come in. Actually, there were no riots against Muslims in Sri Lanka. You have to correct it. Anti-Muslim riots were not there. Some violence. So, this is the thing. Nationally also, examples of this is given to Sri Lanka. You have to be very careful. When you are presenting, selecting words are very, very important, because when you put a slide, this now go to therefore, once again, certain discussions may come. So you have to be very careful when you are selecting words. You have to discuss with the senior, and then these are very sensitive issues. So it was this topic, other than riots. So they were corrected. And the other thing, we have to little bit the police custody. After the demonstrators arrested, and thereafter they have killed, according to my knowledge, 6 people were killed like that. And lot of human rights cases are also there. So you have to see the balance. If you are trying to give more powers for police, on the other side, you have not thought about Chapter 3 of Fundamental Rights. So you have to be a little bit balanced. We can go over the case. In the recent Sri Lanka Commission, we conducted inquiry into Passwater, and we have made recommend the responsibility of police when they are dispersing certain demonstrations. Japan, where the opposition at that time, there was a demonstration in Navagam, a very peaceful demonstration, because the cost of living was very high at that time. This was brutally attacked, and thereafter, in that case, acting Chief Justice Mark Fernandez's judgment is crucially important, because Mark Fernandez's judgment clearly says curtail police power rather than any large balance in
Please feel free to ask questions. Please make use of this time. As I said,
it's relating to legal aid. You said that legal aid is limited lawyers are available, but not sufficient. We are in a very important seat of higher learning. What suggestions do you make to the system of legal education that lawyers going out to practice do pro bono work? Because in a case where there's a legal aid lawyer, we see a giant on the other side. A president sounds and commands a huge presence in court, and on the other side, a little legal aid lawyer who has passed out the other day. So naturally, judges give more hearing, they listen more actively to the president's answer. So in other countries, I understand that successful lawyers spend about 7 months of the year earning good money in a very mercenary way, and 3 months of the year they spend on pro bono cases. So how do you encourage youngsters such as Elisha to take up pro bono cases? And while you see of legal learning, what do you suggest to legal educators? What changes need to be made to the legal country?
Thank you very much. First of all, I need to say what you said was actually true, because once I was participating in one of the lectures conducted by Legal Aid Commission, that it is true, people do not take part. They are not showing much enthusiasm to take part in these activities because they are pro bono cases, so they are financially are not supported. But life is not everything about money, which we need to teach our students basically. Interdisciplinary values are there in our system. Especially in the course of LLB, I suggest our interdisciplinary values should be taught to the students. It is the religious perspectives of law, sociological dimension of law. These things should be imparted to the students, so they won't be that money-minded, and basically they are not trying to make their subject, law, just a money-making source. So this should be, the personality should be well balanced. That is what I could say with regard to the academic portion of this particular question. And I think as lawyers, we should be aware of the current issues of this particular society, and we need to try and attempt on showing some, voluntary participations to these issues, and take these matters to the relevant authorities, which should be like, morally we have a duty, but the issue is whether we are legally, we are expected to do such things mandatorily. So I suggest that our ethical system, the lawyers' ethics should include something like this as well, basically to make it mandatory up to an extent to take part in these pro bono cases. So I hope I gave the answer to the question. Thank you.
May I add a few words to what she said? I remember when I was the principal of our college, we had a very comprehensive practical training program. So one of the items of training was legal aid, for which we gave 15 marks. They had to earn 60 marks to get their certificate of practical training. So that way we encouraged them. And we also got senior lawyers involved on that program. And even the judges were invited. And I must say that it worked well. And some of the lawyers who started working at the Legal Aid Center, I myself was a member of the Legal Aid Commission. So we were able to produce excellent lawyers. Some of them are very senior lawyers now, who serve in the Attorney General's Department as well as on the bench.
environmental jurisdiction. And do we need that separate constitutional right to be recognized as a reaction to this plethora of cases coming from the Supreme Court?
Yeah, well, I think it's a good question. Thank you, sir. Basically, Sri Lanka jurisdiction, when it comes to Supreme Court decision, we have seen that, especially I would like to draw your attention to the case of Pulampula case. In that case, Justice Amarasinghe has given a very broad interpretation by using not only the constitutional rights, but he has used some of the international tools as well. So I believe that Sri Lanka Supreme Court actually, I think, a very active role in promoting the environmental rights with this court interpretations. And also, according to their second question, when you asked me whether we need a separate chapter to the protection of the environmental rights, up to now we have recognized certain rights through what we have. So we have a separate article with regarding to protection of the environment. Then it will be very